Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey with Teaching Online with Kelsey. So if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure it's not the last time by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below so that you're notified of new videos on my channel every week. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. As you may have guessed by the title of the video, I am going to dive into the world of AI once again. I know in my recent videos, I've kind of been dabbling into the world of AI. And should that be concerning? I don't know, but I think AI can be super useful in terms of online teaching and also using AI resources in your online classes. And this is actually going to be really helpful because Outschool actually came out with an article about AI tools that you can use in your classes. Like Outschool themselves shared this whole list of things, and then even a website of other AI resources you can use in your lessons. And so I just thought I would share that list with you, so that way if you are curious about how to lesson plan more effectively, better your time, what other AI resources could you use with your students that wouldn't necessarily be students cheating in a sense, in terms of I'll just have ChatGPT write my book report or solve this math equation. It's resources to help further their learning and help save time for you as the teacher. So we are going to go ahead and switch over to my computer and I'm just going to show you the article that I found on Outschool in terms of their resources, and then we're going to dive deeper into what those resources look like and what they could be used to help you with your classes. So as you can see on the screen, it's from the official Outschool Educator Library website. It says AI in the online classroom. So we're going to be exploring a little bit together what those resources look like and what I feel would be actually really helpful for your online lessons. And I've been digging a little deeper into some of these resources that we're going to talk about in this video. And I've realized that, yes, for the online teacher side of things, it's going to make lesson planning a lot easier in terms of if you're not really sure how to write a lesson, it can help give you a good summary point in terms of how you want your lessons to go. So we have talked about ChatGPT in a previous video that I did a few weeks ago when I finally was doing content again for my channel. We talked a little bit about ChatGPT and if that was going to be super helpful. And, now that I know that there's more resources, we can use more than just ChatGPT for us online teachers. But you may have also heard of Crayon, which we're going to click on here, and that is the AI image generator from your text. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with this AI resource, but you can essentially, it looks like, what do you want to generate? Let's say a cat. We're just going to do something really simple with a cat, and which is going to be a cat drawing. We could do a cat photo, cat art, whatever that may look like. And so we know with a lot of AI things, it could mean, it could take a little bit. It's got to give it time, to think. So it looks like it's still working on it now in so many ads. Oh my gosh. So, it's taking just a little bit on here. So yeah, it seems like to me there is still the get faster results. It sounds like to me that there is an option to make it go faster if you buy the premium subscription for this. So yeah, here we go. Like we see here. So obviously there's going to be different art and drawings of a cat. I mean, it's pretty simple, but you get the idea. So we're going to go back to the article with Outschool. So I almost said ALLSCHOOL. I'm not saying that you couldn't use it on ALLSCHOOL. I just know if you are teaching ESL students, it might be a little trickier, I guess, unless you are using AI to kind of create how you want to present ESL lessons, especially if you're not really familiar with the ESL world. So it kind of goes into a little bit about AI, and it says a machine that can perform tasks simulating human intelligence and responses. So obviously it's a simulation. We don't really take it to heart. It just kind of helps us not think so hard, essentially. So obviously, and the article is sharing like the benefits of AI in the online classroom, and this is what their defense says. So did you know that if you teach on Outschool, you're already using Zoom's AI powered features? So in terms of virtual backgrounds, noise suppression, so AI has already kind of been happening in the Outschool class world anyways when you do that. And I imagine on the ALLSCHOOL side for ClassPod, they have similar features as well. So we have here that down below, it's going to talk about creating custom classroom material. So this is the part of the video that I was talking about and saying, like, these are the resources that you can really utilize AI into your classes and help you just like lesson plan better, have more time management, have more time with your family, have more free time for yourself, because obviously we do see online teaching as a business, but we also reach out for teaching online because we also want more freedom than what we would normally get in a traditional setting or at a traditional job. So one of the things that they are recommending here, so Curipod. So this is where you build interactive lessons to share virtually. So we're going to click on that and we're going to check that out. Now, obviously I am not subscribed to any of these features on here, so we are obviously doing the free versions as we are checking it out in this tutorial. So one of the things here is you can do all of these different things. So you can do a poll, you can do a word cloud, question answer, open questions, drawing. So obviously interactive lessons in terms of that the students are able to participate in polls, do drawings with questions on there, have Q&A, so this is a wonderful feature that you can use. And I imagine because Outschool talked about it, that it is an approved resource that you can use in your lessons. And if there's a code to share with students, that you can share it with them so that they can interact in the class. So, and then obviously they do have ready-made templates. So you have exit tickets, you have class rules, and then if you are wanting to summarize a lesson. So obviously there's more where that comes from because there's more that we got to talk about. But this seems like, since Outschool talked about it, this would be a great resource if you're wanting to have more interactivity in Outschool. And a lot of times that's what parents are looking for on Outschool classes or online classes, is that they want the teachers to be interactive with their children as much as possible. So let's go and check out the next AI option. So, need help with lesson planning for an upcoming course. So this course right here. So Copilot generates quality structured lesson plans for any subject, lesson, or concept. So Copilot is another resource. So, and again, they have a free option and then they also have a premium option that you can use. So generate lesson plans and other educational materials in seconds. So, as much as I promote my 5-star online teacher course to where you learn how to write your own lessons, obviously as online teachers, we adapt and we change, and this is the world that we live in right now, which AI has kind of taken over a little bit, and lots of people have used AI to their advantage in terms of digital marketing and planning, lesson planning, obviously, trying to just question everything in life. So I feel like, as much as we want to just like run away from it, we should probably take this to our advantage, especially, like I said, if it means more free time with your family and the things that you want to do while you are teaching online. So again, it has generated templates for lesson plans, writing prompts, educational handouts, student reports, project outlines, and lots more. So we're going to the next one, and that is going to be Slides AO. So what it looks like here is you are going to take the information that you want to present in your classes and put it within AI. And then you create it into Google Slides. So if you're a big Google Slides person, this is for you, where you are able to do this. So you have to install it, it looks like. So a Google Workspace add-on. So think of it like a Chrome extension, but only for Google Slides. That's what it says. So they're working on doing on PowerPoint. So if you only have PowerPoint and not Google, but so ideally, you enter the text to generate the presentation from. So you add that and you generate slides. So you got the text here, and then it will load up, hey, this is the slide options that you want to do. So this looks really cool. So, and that's just the free version. So we're gonna go back to our article again. So Slides AO, if you're wanting to, if you have any ideas of how you want to teach things and to just put it on slides and not have to like manually create the slides, put in the text, all that stuff, saves you time. So, and then they've also mentioned about Canva, which when I did ChatGPT for online teachers a few weeks ago on that video, I did talk about Canva and its magic AI features. I have fooled around with that a little bit. Like I said, they were the ones that were able to like distinguish between Outschool and ALLSCHOol, those differences, for the most part. But obviously, if you have Canva, you're able to do the same thing that you can do for ChatGPT and for Crayon, where you're able to type in something that you want the AI to write information about and be able to generate that information to you. And they can also generate images from photos as well. So they have those things. So they also have other supporting articles like don't ban ChatGPT in schools, teach with it. Like, this is a very fascinating article. Like I said, I recommend that you take a look into it if you want to read a little more further. But I also wanted to kind of share with you some of the other AI features that were not featured in this article, but they did reference Ditch That Textbook. So we're going to click on that. And their whole big article here is 30 AI tools for the classroom. So like, this could be online classroom, or if you are somehow diving back into the in-person classroom setting, this could also be useful. So that way it's not just ChatGPT, for all your AI stuff. So we're going to look into it. And so this is all the stuff. So obviously they do have ChatGPT, Perplexity, Curipod, Copilot, which it says Education Copilot here, same thing. Yippity, Quillbot, PowerPoint Coach, Grammarly, Canva Background Remover, which that has always been a thing on Canva. YouTube Summary, Slides AI, Adobe Background Remover, Speechify, Dolly, Canva Magic Write, which I've talked about before, Got Feedback, Conquer, Random Face Generator. Whoop, sorry. I don't know what just happened there. Bing, Image Creator, Formative AI, Summaries Tech, Knowledge, Otter, Parlay Genie, Chart GPT, Runaway, Hello History, DeepL Translator, PDF Chatbot, Question Well. So obviously it'll go through, how it works and if there's pricing. So we've talked about ChatGPT before. And so that's more of like your general AI, in my opinion, I think. So, but it can still be super useful, especially if you are an online teacher and you're also wanting to kind of share your platform a little bit. If you're needing help with how to share on social media and use that digital marketing access on ChatGPT. So that's where I feel like ChatGPT would be really helpful in that instance. Perplexity, it says it's another generative AI chat box that lets users ask questions and get responses conversationally. So what seems to set Perplexity apart is that it cites sources, which are easily clickable to get more context and more information. So this is actually this is a super cool learning AI material that you can share in your Outschool classes, especially if you teach older kids and you're teaching them the subject of why it's important to cite your sources. Because a lot of times, you know, even adults, we can find something online and we can think, this is true, without actually checking the resources. So Perplexity takes that guesswork out and being like, this is the information that I found about it. Here are the resources that I found about it. So Perplexity is great in terms of seeing that there are resources to back up their answers, essentially. So we got that. And then CuraPod, which we've talked about, interactive slides, polls, word clouds, opening questions, drawing tools, that sort of thing. In your live classes, if you're looking for something to be more interactive in your lessons, try CuraPod. And then we talked about Copilot as well. So in terms of generating templates for lesson plans and writing prompts, educational handouts, student reports, project outlines, and lots more. So it has a lot of tools. It says 10 plus, so a lot of tools to save time and create content for the classroom. So, you know, if you are looking to, like, especially if you're doing like weekly ESL, like one-on-one lessons, then it's super helpful to have that $9 a month to be like, okay, this is how I'm planning, you know, these lessons for this student this week. This is how I'm planning for this lesson for this student this week. So like, it does it for you. Like I said, it saves time and creates the content for you. So Yippity. So Yippity will convert any text or any website into a quiz automatically. So it creates questions and answers based on the text submitted, which can be copy and pasted into flashcard app or a quiz tool. So super, super helpful if you're looking for something like an exit ticket, or you're wanting to do like in between transition times of like quizzes during your classes. So that is another option. Quillbot will help you paraphrase, or rewrite text. So analyze lots of synonyms to find just the right word. So this is great in terms of helping your fluency, vocabulary, tone, and style. So obviously, if you're doing like a writing class with your students and maybe they're writing a lot of like run-on sentences, or that seems to be my struggle growing up in terms of school. My teachers would always like mark me down because I always would like, there would not be a breath, there would not be a pause in my writing. So Quillbot can be helpful in terms of just kind of helping students see, oh, this is how I could rephrase this slang. So then we also have PowerPoint Speaker Coach. So Speaker Coach can help you prepare in private to give more effective presentations. So I think if you are an Outschool teacher who is teaching about, like if you're teaching like a speech class, this could be a really helpful tool for your students to use like in between lessons if they have to give like a presentation by like the end of class. Then having this resource could help them be like, was my pacing too fast? Was it too slow? Was I too monotone? You know, what was my tone overall? Was I getting the point across, or did it seem like I was really somber about it? You know, whatever the situation is. Or you could use it for yourself if you are worried about how the pacing of your lessons are going to go. So another resource. Grammarly. Now this is probably the most popular AI use or app before ChatGPT became really, really popular. And that is the online writing assistant. So obviously it helps with all of your grammar mistakes, where the periods and commas go, all that fun stuff. So, you know, it's especially helpful if you're doing like social media posts and how to word things, or you can also use Grammarly to help students see, you know, hey, this is how you write these certain things. So let's keep going. Canva's video background remover. So if you don't have a green screen, you know, then this tool on Canva can help with that. And I did not even know there was a video background remover on Canva. And y'all know how much I rave about Canva. So, but this is great if you're doing like YouTube classes and you are telling your students, hey, you don't have to have like a green screen effect. You know, if you're wanting to show a video on here, like you can just do it where like you have your video clips and then show the background remover on Canva and edit your video. So I think that's a nifty tool at least. So YouTube summary with ChatGPT. So it's a Chrome extension, which I have. And I mean, it's just a Chrome extension if you use Google Chrome. And it's just an easier access to log into ChatGPT, essentially. Slides AO, we talked about how the text that you want to put in the slides, it'll automatically generate slides for you with all the information that you want to share. And then Adobe Image Background Remover. So artificial intelligence works with images too. So it removes image background with Adobe Express. So again, in terms of background remover, pretty nifty there. I didn't even know background removers were technically AI, but hey, we're learning together, right? So Speechify. So convert text in a doc, PDF, web page, or book to speech. So it says, plus you can read by listening on the go. So it's a text to speech tool. So super, super helpful, I think, in terms of like reading, listening, almost like, I guess, podcast form. So DALL-E, and that is going to be where it says it can create realistic images and art from a description in natural language. So that's in terms of, you know, if you're wanting to share a picture or a text, it'll generate AI from that. Canva Magic Write, which we have talked about, it's still an ongoing process in terms of like improvements on there. So it'll compose your ideas into something usable. So it'll help you brainstorm new ideas. We've talked about that in the previous video, and I thought it was really neat. So Got Feedback by Got Learning. So Got Feedback helps teachers provide more individualized feedback to their students in a timely way. It's integrated into the Got Learning platform. It's modeled on the research that feedback needs to be goal-referenced, tangible, and transparent, actionable, user-friendly, timely, ongoing, and consistent. So this could be for like our VIP teachers or any other ESL platforms where the parents are like, hey, I need feedback. What should my child be working on? And this is where, you know, you can use Got Feedback, where you are able to have that feedback that you can give, you know, to the parents to say, hey, work on this, work on that, you know, in a way that it doesn't feel like so blocky or feels like some of the same responses that you give to all the bows that you teach. So, you know, and obviously this could be great for like in-person teaching when writing like progress reports. Save times for that. So Conquer lets you create multiple choice, read and response, and fill in the blank quizzes for students at a variety of levels on specific topics. So it will also let you copy and paste reading material to generate quizzes. So if we're doing like DBQs, you know, those types of resources, you can go into Conquer and be like, okay, you know, my kids are reading this text. I need some questions generated over that. So we got that. Random face generator. I feel like this has also been going on for a while. Maybe not something that could be helpful in the classroom, but it is an option. So, you know, this could be help. It says use these images for writing prompts as story starters for student projects, etc. So You know, if you're doing a story writing class, you know, you can generate a character, and that's how students go off how they're going to write a story about the made-up character, essentially. So Bing Image Creator creates an AI image based on your text. So just another option for that. Formative AI has been an assignment and quiz platform for a long time, allowing teachers to ask students a variety of question types. So it has the power of ChatGPT to generate new standard aligned questions and hints for learners. Standard aligned questions. And, you know, if you are an in-person teacher, you know how important, you know, those standards are. So that could be more helpful for in-person teachers, but not to say for Outschool teachers, if you are teaching curriculum that does line up similar to standards for a certain state or whatever, that you could offer this as well. So, summarize tech. Get a summary of any long YouTube video like a lecture, live event, or a government meeting. Ooh. So if you don't have time to watch a lecture on YouTube like a TED Talk or anything like that, they will summarize what's happening in the video, so that way you at least get like the cliff notes, the gist of what the video is about. So pretty cool. Knowledge, so generates a lot of interactive educational content like all-in-one courses, interactive videos, assessments, and plug-and-play content. Okay, so wonderful. That sounds a lot of fun for more, you know, interactive activity. Otter, so get an AI meeting assistant that records audio, writes notes, automatically captures slides, and generates summaries. So you can use it to transcribe class discussions, meetings, and more. So this would be more so like if the learner knows that they need to, I guess, record outside of like the Outschool recording session or ALLSCHOOL's recording class, to kind of help them retain the information that they've learned. Because depending on how long the class is, it could be a lot of information given to them like in one class setting, and they're like, oh, I don't remember what this teacher said. So it could be a nice extension for the students if they need another way to retain information that they've learned in their classes. So Parlay Genie, it's a discussion prompt generator. So it generates higher order thinking questions for your class based on a topic, a YouTube video, or an article. So this is where, you know, instead of just asking really, really simple questions, you know, especially if you work with older kids, you want to think more, you know, you want to give them more critical thinking questions. So Parlay is a great start in terms of having those prompting questions and having those healthy discussions in your classes. Chart GPT, not to be confused with Chat GPT, a tool that converts text into beautiful charts. We should have seen that coming, including area, bar, line, composed, scattered, and pie charts, and more. So it is free no matter what. So that's actually really cool, because if you're wanting to look at certain percentages or certain numbers and see it in a pie chart, or you want to see it with bars, you know, if you're trying to teach students how to read those things, you know, based on numbers that you may be given, you know, in a class setting, you know, that can give some good visualization for your students. So I like that. Runway. So Runway is an AI-powered creative suite with a variety of AI magic tools. Generate videos, generate images, reimagine an image, erase things from videos, slow-mo video, removes background, and more. So, whew, goodness. So, and then you tell the tool what you want it to do. So this sounds fascinating in terms, I don't know about classroom stuff, but maybe if you are doing like a YouTube class, it could be super helpful in terms of just like, hey, you know, I want to do videos on this, 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 and this, and it'll be able to do it for you. So Hello History is an app that lets you have lifelike conversations with historical figures. Whoa, that feels like virtual field trip stuff. That's actually really cool if you are wanting to teach a history class, or you're wanting to do, you know, one of those things where it's like, you're like, oh, let's see if we, you know, if we're learning about Cleopatra, let's talk to her. Let's see what she says. So that's actually really cool. So DeepL translator, so translate text and files in 31 languages. Okay. You know, that could be, you know, I don't know how helpful it'd be in the classroom, but it does sound like a very useful tool if you are maybe communicating with, you know, other countries that don't speak English, and you're trying to share with them like, hey, these are my concerns about X, Y, and Z, you know. So PDF chatbot, so a chatbot that lets you ask it questions about the PDF file you've uploaded. Very cool. So question well generates an endless supply of questions so teachers can focus on what matters. So it just inputs some reading, and the AI will write essential questions, learning objectives, and aligned multiple choice questions. And it's free. Very cool. So those are a lot of different AI tools that you can use in your classes. I will make sure that I will put those article links down below in the description box, so that way, you know, you can check out all of those links and those articles and kind of experiment with yourself what kind of AI tools you would like to use for your lessons, in terms of what you want to use with your students, or what you want to use for your own lesson planning yourself. So, like I said, if you stayed until this far into the video, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching all my content. If you have any other questions or future suggestions for videos, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your suggestions on what I should talk about next, or if you think I should stay in the world of AI and the world of Outschool, because I've had a resurgence on Outschool, and that's been fascinating that's been happening. So not going to complain about that. But yes, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.